Hello there friends, my name is Victoria Moro. Welcome to Release of the Day. Please remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel where you can keep up with the newest trends in the world of indie artists. Hello dear friends, I'm so happy to be here with you. And join us tonight a very interesting, very beautiful and very talented musician. Hello!
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Great, it's almost spring.
I know.
Very nice.
I'm hoping, right now we're in the middle of a snowstorm.
Actually, we in quite cold too, yeah.
Yeah.
We hope for the best. And are you ready to begin?
I am.
Great. And first of all, please introduce yourself. What's your name and where are you from?
All right. So, hello everyone. My name is Tatum Quinn and I'm a singer-songwriter from Montreal, Canada.
Wow, Canada. Yes. Yeah, it's very understandable.
Exactly.
What is the genre of your music?
So, the main genre that I do is pop rock. I was really heavily influenced by classic rock growing up. That's what my parents showed me and my brothers. And so I really love walking the line between pop and rock because I was born in the 90s. So we got that nice pop going and then from my roots, the rock side. So I would say pop rock.
Oh, nice. And what is your favorite movie or TV series?
So, okay, my favorite movie, every time I say this, people are like, really? My all-time favorite movie is Cool Runnings. And it's basically a comedy about the first ever Jamaican bobsled team. And it's a true story. And so that's one of my favorite that's actually my favorite movie. And then my favorite TV series is Friends.
Oh, wow. Very classic TV series now.
Yeah, exactly.
And what book would you recommend to read?
So I'm actually not a big reader. So I have not actually read a ton of books in my life. It takes me quite a long time to choose a book that I feel is going to be interesting, that's going to keep me captivated. But I would say basically just try and find a book that really grabs you from the beginning. So I remember I used to sit with an old teacher of mine and she would hand me books and she'd say, read the first page. Does it catch you? No. Okay, move on. So we kind of went through it like that. So I don't know if I have a favorite book, seeing as I don't read a ton.
Yeah, but actually you can recommend if you open one page, read anything, okay, take as one.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Recommendation too, absolutely. And what is your motto in life?
My motto? That's a really good one. I feel like there's so many things that have come into my life that I've used here or there, but one of my favorite ones is just keep swimming. Is like when times are getting hard, just keep swimming. My mom always told me nothing good lasts forever and nothing bad lasts forever. So if you keep going, you're gonna get out of it. You're gonna get out of whatever it is.
Oh, very nice. Good idea, actually. And the simple question: what is your favorite dish and your favorite drink?
Okay, so my favorite dish. Oh. Okay, wait, I'm gonna start with my favorite drink. My favorite drink is Baja Blast from Taco Bell. It's such a random thing to say, but it's one of my all-time favorite drinks. And we also in Canada have this really awesome cherry cola that they don't like, it's not sold anywhere else but in Canada. So that's another one of my favorites. My favorite dish, I would say, would probably be hamburgers.
Hamburgers.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of hamburgers and actually a really big fan of tacos. So give me one of the two and I'll be your best friend for life.
Now we know. Now we know all your secrets. You know.
Exactly. The deep, dark secrets.
Oh yeah. And how do you start your morning? Maybe you have some morning routine or something like that.
Yeah, so I'm somebody that gets distracted very easily. I always have a million things running through my mind constantly. So the first thing that I like to do is when I wake up, I get up and I get out of bed and I go and I make a tea. That's like my first thing. And then the second thing I have to do is make my bed. Because if my bed's not made, I'm not doing anything for the day. It kind of like sets the tone for me to like get things rolling. And then, I'll write I have an agenda that I write, like the things that I want to tackle for the day. And I hopefully get those done.
Oh, nice. You're very organized.
I try to be because it's very difficult in my brain, it's very easy to not be organized. And I also think the most important thing in my morning routine, actually, this is probably even before the tea, I would say this is the first thing I do, is spend about 15 minutes playing with my dogs. That's like, I have to do that.
Oh, nice. Very nice. And actually, very soon we arrive to question about cats and dogs. Are you a cat person or a dog person, or do you prefer other animals?
So I'm a huge animal person. Like, animals are my whole life, and dogs are my number one. I will have a dog for my whole life. Doesn't matter where I am, I have to have a dog. I love all other animals. I'm not a huge cat person, but I'm learning to like cats more. They just make me a little bit nervous. I find them very unpredictable. But I also love like some random animals, like polar bears are one of my favorites, and lemurs are also one of my favorites.
Wow.
So yeah, a little
Very
bit all over the
particular.
place. Yeah.
Okay, good. And if you could have one superpower, which would you choose?
Oh man. One superpower. Maybe teleportation,
Oh, nice.
potentially. I'm always late to everything. So being able to just like teleport from like here to there would make my life a lot easier.
Okay, good. Nice, very nice. And if you could spend a day with a historical character, who would you choose?
Historical character. Can it be a historical person in music? Does it have to be like in history type thing, or?
It can be someone who you like. I don't know.
Okay. Let me think. I would say probably the person that I would want to spend some time with would be, I'll say Janis Joplin.
Nice. Good
I think
answer.
sorry?
Good answer.
Yeah, I think she's super cool, and I would just love to like know what's going on in her mind sometimes,
Oh, nice. Nice. And now we are back to music.
All right.
Which artists influenced you most of all?
So that's another tough question. It's always like, the what's your favorite song kind of question. I genuinely, I have a lot of influences. Growing up, my whole family was into music. So my dad was a drummer. My mom was passionate about playing piano, and all my brothers played instruments as well. And so growing up, I was really influenced by, like I said, classic rock. So a lot of like Aerosmith. So Steven Tyler is one of my biggest idols. Elton John, Janis Joplin, Freddie Mercury. Those are all really big influences for me. And then if I'm going to mention, you know, some more current artists that I think are in that vein, I would definitely say like Miley Cyrus is one of them. I really love like old Avril Lavigne. Growing up, she was someone I loved to listen to a lot, and also Christina Aguilera was someone I loved to listen to. And I just had like a whole slew of different artists and bands that I used to go through. So I have a lot of influences, but I would say those are probably my top that are coming to mind.
Okay, nice. And do you play any music instruments?
I do, yes. So I play piano. I've dabbled in playing guitar, as well as drums, dabbled in playing a little bit of bass here or there. But I would say like vocals and piano are like my main instruments.
And actually, do you wrote your own songs by yourself or someone helped you with this?
So actually both. So growing up, I used to write a ton, and I started really writing poetry. And then I had a friend that was in the music industry, and he helped co-write a bunch of my music when I was growing up. And then I went away to school, which was a music school, and my major was songwriting. And so I actually learned in college, I learned how to write on my own songs that I feel are actually good enough to like put out and say like, wow, I did this, I wrote this by myself, rather than having a co-writer. But I love doing both, and I do both all the time.
Oh, fantastic. And which of the new artists from 2020 is more interesting for you?
From 2020.
No, 2021.
Yeah, I'm trying to think who the new artists are. I would definitely say Billie Eilish. Like, I love what she stands for. I think that she's like a really powerful human being. And I would say that my top for musicians like in today's day would probably be Youngblood. I think that he is one of the most amazing role models for young kids growing up and teens growing up, teaching them that you don't have to fit into a stereotypical box, which is what, you know, when I grew up in the 90s, like it was always you have to look a certain way and you have to do this and you have to do that, where Youngblood now is like throw all that out the window, and if people aren't going to accept you, like we have a space here, and I really admire that.
Oh, nice. And can you please describe your music in a sentence, or even better, in a word?
Powerful.
Powerful.
Yeah.
Good. And what is your music creation process?
So that's like also a little bit all over the place for me. I love writing when like inspiration sparks, but it doesn't always. And so the question is always like, what do you do when you have to write some music or you want to release music, but you have no inspiration? So there's a few things that I do. Something that I learned in school that I found really worked for me when I was in a place of like no inspiration was my teacher used to tell me, she would say, okay, go take a walk in downtown Boston. That was where I was living at the time. And she said, I want you to take like a pen and paper and little things that you see. If you think they look cool, write the word down. So like no smoking, or like pizza or, like a liquor store, and you find these words and you write the words down that you think are cool. And then when you look at the whole list afterwards, you are able to kind of like make a story out of these words that you found. And then I start writing ideas down. So I always have like a word page and then an idea page. And then when I write my music afterwards.
Oh, very interesting actually. Nice story to walk and write different words. Fantastic.
Yeah, it's really awesome to get your mind kind of going.
And do you believe more in natural talent or in hard work?
I believe in both, actually. I think that the people that are naturally talented, I think that is like amazing. I think we look at people like Elton John is a perfect example of being a savant as a child and being able to play piano and never knowing anything about the piano. But then there's the other side where he wasn't able to write words, so he needed somebody there. And then on the other side, I think that hard work is probably more important, only because I think that when you really work for something that you want, I think it means more to you, and I think you'll try harder. So I would say both, but I think like hard work, I feel like always pays off in the end.
Oh, nice, good. And now, please, if you can, sing to us 15 seconds one of your favorite songs a cappella.
Of my original song or of somebody's?
It depends which is your favorite. Maybe it's your own song or someone else. Whatever you like.
Okay.
Just something.
I have to think. And now you're going to hear my dogs barking. What is one of my favorite songs? Every time I'm put on the spot, I'm like, I automatically, all the songs that I could ever think of go out the window. So I'll do... Hey, hey, mama said the way you move gonna make you sway, gonna make you groove. I love Black Dog.
Thank you so much. It's nice. It was nice performance, and you have very particular timbre of voice. It's nice.
Oh, thank you so much.
And now our actually final question. Please tell us about your music project and your future plans.
Yes, okay. So I have my newest song that's been released is called Short Supply. It's basically a song that is supposed to help people who are feeling like kind of somewhat taken advantage of or just not prioritized. I think, there's a lot of people that hope that you're going to wait around for them. And Short Supply is like allowing you to take that power and say, no, I'm actually in short supply. So I'm going to use my time more effectively than waiting around for somebody that doesn't know my worth. So a lot of my music is just really trying to empower people to feel like they can take control of their life and the things that they want to do. So then I'm currently in the process after Short Supply, because right now we're like promoting that. We've done a lot of promotion for it. I have a visualizer that should be coming out very, very soon. It's just still in like the editing phase. But after that, I actually have another song coming out called Back in Time. And Back in Time's actually going to be really cool because we decided to step away from the whole pop rock thing and go back to where my roots came from, which was classic rock and blues rock. And so Back in Time kind of plays on that whole theme of, the concept of it is like back in time to when you were mine, and now I'm here without you and I'm like doing so much better. But the vibe of the song is very heavy, like classic rock vibes. So I'm very excited to show people where my roots came from.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. And do you plan any gigs or something like this?
Yes, so I have a few gigs planned for this year right now. We're working on planning more, booking some shows with other bands. I'm hoping to do some charity events this year where we can fundraise for certain animal shelters or children's hospitals. And I would love to put on, grab a few bands and put on some shows to raise money for those things, as well as a big goal of mine is to continue to go back and forth between Montreal and Toronto, because Toronto has a wonderful, wonderful music scene with really awesome musicians that I'd love to go and meet and get to listen to their music and hopefully get to play with them and see what happens over there. So those are some of my plans, my future plans.
Oh, good plans. And please let our audience know where they can listen to your music, which platforms you can be found on. Maybe you can have you have a website.
Yes, so I do have a website, which is just tatumquinn.com. You can find that below. And then I also have my music out on Spotify. I have it out on YouTube with some really awesome music videos. I have music on Apple Music as well and SoundCloud, but my main platforms are really Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube. I also stream on Twitch, so if you guys are looking to come and hang out with me on a real one-to-one kind of vibe the way that we're doing right now, that's what I do over on Twitch as well, and I play songs and we just hang out and chat and talk, which I really love to do. So you can find me on all those different platforms, and I'm sure we're going to be linking that down below. So make sure you check that out and support, these up and coming artists.
Oh, thank you so much for your time, for this interview, and for these nice questions.
Thank you. I appreciate it so much.
Oh, thank you. And what song are we going to listen to now?
So right now we're going to listen to my newest release, which is called Short Supply.
Great. And now let's enjoy the song together.
Awesome.
I shut the door, you begged and pleaded, baby, get up and off your knees. Baby, please. Now you beg, wanting more, and I can't offer, never enough to me. yourself.